I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but Minesweeper is back. Downbreak is Minesweeper, but with a slight twist. Gravity affects the blocks, and it actually works to reinvigorate what is an old game. And there's even more added than that. This game mixes up something that you would think is so simple in some of the best ways. I bought this on a whim, and I am not disappointed. If you believe in hidden gems, this is one of the best. Downbreak does everything right. If you're going to expand on a game as well known as Minesweeper, then you have to go hard. It not only adds leaderboards and new modes, but also a slew of new mechanics. For example, a snow wall that doesn't let you remove boxes from the bottom of the screen until you clear it. And that's just the start of everything in the game. There's also power-ups, strange mini-games, and several different modes. Look, you already know the gameplay. It's Minesweeper. You get the classic identifiers that show how many bombs are touching a space. However, the blocks have gravity and will sink to the bottom, so you'll remove some boxes and they'll move down a little bit. This changes how you think about the game. There's some subtle strategies you can use to identify more bombs than you otherwise would be able to. For example, when the boxes move down a square, it might switch from touching 2 bombs to 3, and you'll know it's in one of those boxes it wasn't previously touching. This is mind-blowing when you start to recognize your old favorite turn into something new. Since they wanted to create a longer-lasting game instead of just finding all the bombs to win, you need to get to the bottom of the stage to continue. So while you can find all the bombs and open up all the boxes, and you'll be rewarded with extra score, it's just not often worth the risk. Downbreak isn't just a collection of Minesweeper levels either. The main campaign mode is something special, with puzzles separated into different towers. Each tower has a different amount of levels that you need to complete before moving on to the next stage. Each stage has its own unique flavor and mechanics to deal with. Like I mentioned before with the ice wall, or another example, a volcano. After you complete a tower, you're given a grade and placed on a leaderboard just for that tower, so there's plenty of opportunity to place first. You do need to finish the smaller towers before completing the main one though. To break up the levels in the tower, there are a variety of kind of wacky mini-games that will give you a power-up if you complete them. It's really weird to be playing Minesweeper one moment and then Hangman the next. Not in a bad way. However, some of these mini-games are damn near impossible to complete. Like keeping a bomb in the air, I just have no idea how this is doable. They are skippable and only give a power-up, so it's not like it's required for finishing a tower. Also, some of the minigames are very random, like dice rolling, and others are very skill-based, like playing the cups game or the rhythm game. It's also a good thing you can skip them because you'll have ones you just don't want to play. You'll also encounter shops in the towers where you can spend gold you've received from breaking boxes. The floors the shops show up on are always the same, but the shopkeepers are random. It's a little annoying to get there and not have the power-ups you want available, but Downbreak is nice enough to offer you 2 different shopkeepers, so you'll at least have a nice mix to choose from. Not all of them are obviously useful though. Like the ones that increase your overall timer for the rest of the tower make a lot of sense, but I haven't figured out how to utilize the power-ups that break boxes properly. The one thing about the shops that is kind of weird is how they're spaced out in the tower. In the shorter towers, there just isn't enough floors to make them useful. Sometimes they're placed right at the end of the tower with just a few puzzles left. What the heck? It limits which power-ups you should buy and takes away using them in a more strategic way. You do get bonus score for completing the tower with extra gold, but that just confuses me why the shop is offered so late in the run. Look, that's very nitpicky, and as the game progresses, it becomes a lot less of an annoyance. I'm sure the shop is useful in longer other modes as well. Speaking of modes, if you get bored of campaign, you can give the other ones a shot. Downbreak has a classic mode, a challenge mode, and an infinite mode, each as you would expect. I appreciate the inclusion though, since you can easily switch to them and break up your regular campaign gameplay. It's also just more bang for your buck. I wanted to add here that I think the theme of the game is really well done. The castle theme is fun, and the fact that when a bomb goes off, the chandelier swings is great. All of these little touches went into the game to show that the developer actually gives a shit, and that's something I'm always looking for when playing games. Overall, Downbreak is a must buy if you like Minesweeper even a little bit. Between the new ways to play and the new modes, there's just a ton of content here. I think it's even a good pickup for a fringe Minesweeper fan. It's just that good. For me, I'm terrible at the game because I'm just too impatient, but I still really enjoy Downbreak. It's definitely one of those games that when the right person finds it, they're going to lose their shit. You really should spread the word about Downbreak because this game deserves the attention and it's going to need all the help it can get to find the right people. Thanks for watching.